adding users to your Claris FileMaker Cloud team can be done easily through the Claris Customer Console. After signing in with a Claris ID that has access to your Customer Console, you'll be taken to the Claris Customer Console homepage. You'll navigate to the Users tab, and this is where you will add or manage all the users on your team. But before you add users, you should check the number of licenses available over on the right-hand corner of your screen. You can also find this information under the Subscription tab. If you scroll down right about to the middle, you'll see that it says Licensed Users, and it'll tell you how many of your licensed users you have used. You can also upgrade your subscription if you need more users. Going back to the Users tab, if you have no users added or you would like to add new users, select the Invite New User button. And this is where you will enter the email address of the user that you want to invite to your team. If they already have a Claris ID set up, you should use the email address associated with their Claris ID. Next, you will then need to choose whether this team member will be an unlicensed user, a licensed user, or a team manager. If you uncheck the box that says Add a Licensed User, you will be inviting a user who does not use a team license. Any user who does not use a team license is an unlicensed user, and they will have limited access to the team's resources. For example, they cannot open and update custom apps. These users will likely just be accessing the Customer Console, but not logging into hosted files on the Claris FileMaker Cloud. If you do need all that access, in addition to allowing your user to be able to log into files hosted on Claris FileMaker Cloud, then you will want to check this box to add them as a licensed user. A licensed user will have access to the Customer Console, but only in order to access apps and to download copies of FileMaker Pro or FileMaker Go. And you can also add them as a team manager, either as a licensed user team manager by leaving this checkbox selected, or unselect the box, and you'll be adding them as an unlicensed team manager. A team manager will also have access to all the apps and be able to download FileMaker Pro or FileMaker Go, but they'll also have full access to the entire Customer Console to be able to do things like add additional users, in addition to accessing files hosted on Claris FileMaker Cloud. To be sure that a team always has management coverage, it's recommended to have at least 2 team managers for each team. Once you've set the appropriate settings and entered in the email address for your new user, you can select the Send option. Your invited user will receive an email inviting them to join the Claris FileMaker team. To accept, they'll click the Join option, and that will take them to a screen that will allow them to create their Claris ID. You'll see that their email address that you used when you invited them is already populated. After they follow the on-screen instructions, they can hit the Continue button. Once your user successfully logs in using their Claris ID, they will now see the Welcome to Claris Customer Console screen where they can choose the Get Started button to proceed. After accepting the terms, they'll be taken to the Claris Customer Console on the home screen. Licensed users will have a similar Claris Customer Console compared to team managers, but they'll have limited navigation options. You'll see that from the default Home tab, licensed users can manage apps, along with the subscription for the team, which includes an area for them to download either FileMaker Pro or FileMaker Go for use with Claris FileMaker Cloud. However, if you added them as a team manager, they'll see all the navigation options available. Consult the Claris Customer Console documentation for details on navigating all the features available in your Claris Customer Console instance.